Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the demo teaching today, the topic will be on teaching literacy using thematic units for children with special needs. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. We will be posting the Zoom link in the comment section before our demo teaching, and the first 5 participants to join the Zoom meeting will be allowed to have close interaction with the speaker during the session and have an open forum after the demo teaching. The first 5 participants will serve as the students for the speaker's demo reel.
Do you enjoy learning with Vybal? Make your experience even more exciting by becoming a Vybal Group fan. Exclusive perks await fan subscribers. Get access to exclusive webinars. Enjoy free teaching resources. Check out exclusive content. Get discounts on Vybal products. All of these for only 55 pesos a month. Exciting, right? Subscribe as a fan now. Here's how. Visit, click, follow. First, visit Vybal Group's Facebook page. Then click Become a Supporter to purchase a monthly subscription. Lastly, follow the prompts that appear on your screen. But don't confuse this for top fan. Nuh-uh, it's a different thing. You need to follow the easy steps. Visit, click, follow. Be a Vybal Group fan and enjoy exciting perks today.
Good day again, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the discussion today, the topic will be on teaching literacy using thematic units for children with special needs. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. The Zoom link of the demo teaching is in the comments section. The first 5 participants to join the Zoom meeting will be allowed to have close interaction with the speaker during the session and have an open forum after the demo teaching. The first 5 participants will serve as the students for the speaker's demo reel. For those who will be chosen, please make sure that your microphones are turned off until asked to turn on. Also, make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions on the comment box allotted during the session and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vybal webinars. Experience learning, ka-Vybal! And now, to proceed with our webinar this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. Teacher Margot Palencia is a SPED teacher and advocate for 20 years. She finished a psychology degree from the Philippine Normal University. She obtained her postgraduate course in Masters in Arts major in Special Education from the De La Salle University, Manila. She obtained her second postgraduate course in Masters in Education major in School Administration from RTS IMI. She completed her doctorate's degree in education from the RTS IMI as well. Currently, she's the school principal of a progressive educational preschool, Kids Coco in Ortigas, the executive director of Acadev Training and Learning Center in Quezon City. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Dr. Marie Margot Ann Palencia.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Miss Jillian. And magandang hapon po ulit mga kabibal at mga ka-teach. Andito na naman po si Teacher Margo and today I will share with you something again when it comes to teaching children with special needs. So thank you for that introduction. So I will start and share my screen. So let me check first if we have some students already who will be part of the demo reel later. So mga students, dyan lang po kayo. And for those who are watching, dyan lang din po kayo. Okay. So for this afternoon's topic, I will be demonstrating with you or teaching you mga ka-teach, mga habibal, teaching literacy using thematic units for CSNs. So CSN stands for Children with Special Needs, or some of you in the DepEd schools, you call it learners with special needs. So just for this afternoon, so that we are on the same boat and we are on the same page, CSN stands for Children with Special Needs. So I will be your facilitator for this afternoon, and at the same time, I will be your teacher for those who are already in the Zoom meeting. I will be your teacher later, and you will be my students. So let's talk about literacy and thematic units. So first and foremost, we are doing this because this week until next week is the National Autism Consciousness Week. So, which has a theme of Pilipinong may autismo, kakaiba, kasali at konektado. So, this is the project of the Autism Society of the Philippines. And kung wala nga sana pong pandemic, for sure, meron ulit tayong Angel's Walk. And most of you, I know yung mga SPED teachers who are with us and watching, most of you nagjo-join kayo. At the same time din po, may different chapters to. For sure, you also join the different chapters as we walk all together. So I hope that this time po, Okay, kanino pong microphone yun? Yan. So, I hope that this time po, hindi na nga po awareness, no, consciousness na. Ibig sabihin, I know that we are all aware what is autism or the children who are in the spectrum, but this time it's more of the consciousness na meron tayong celebrate na ganito at the same time na maging bahagi po tayo. So, yung mga batang may autism, sana po maging kasali at konektado sila sa lahat ng ginagawa natin. And to promote that one, kaya sinasabing konektado, kasali, kasi 'di ba po, we are all promoting now inclusion or children in the inclusive setting. So, how do we deal with children with autism or children and autism actually comes uh, with different characteristics, no, kasi it's a spectrum. Ngayon po, when a child is autism, nagkakaroon din po siya ng mga developmental delays o mga developmental concerns. So, what do we do? Like for us, sped teachers, what do we do if we have students po na nahihirapang maging coherent yung learning sa kanya dahil mostly po ang children with autism o ang mga students with autism ay mayroong deficit o hirap po talaga sila when it comes to language and communication. Dun po talaga yung pinaka-deficit nila. Language and communication at the same time po yung kanilang socio-emotional o yung kanilang behavior towards other people. And marami rin po sa kanila ang merong tinatawag na cognitive delays o cognitive disability. So, dahil nga po ito ay spectrum, iba-iba ang characteristics ng bawat may autism. So, mamaya po i-relate natin yan, no, kung bakit ito yung topic na pag-uusapan natin for today. So, first, let us define literacy. So, ang isa ko pong panawagan for everybody, no, na kahit po mga bata sila with special needs, napakahalaga pa din po na dapat pinopromote po natin ang literacy. Because by the end of the day, yun po ang kailangan nila, the ability to read and to write. No matter anong klase yung kaya nilang basahin. Not necessarily na magsisimula sila with phonics or magsisimula sila with writing na nagsispell talaga, but the ability to read, whether they read it in pictures, whether they read it pictures plus the sight word, whether they can really read it and decode it, lahat po yun ay bahagi ng literacy. Ngayon po, when we deal with children with special needs, so sa mga teachers po natin dyan, no, normally po, when I give the trainings, ano po tayo dito, mas nakikipag-communicate po ako in English language. But this time, I opted to code switch kasi the topics that we are to discuss is mas madali ko po sigurong maipapaliwanag at mas maiintindihan ng marami kung magko-code switching po tayo. So, yun lang po, nagpapauna lang po ako sa inyo. So, the ability to read and write, yun nga po, depende kung ano yung need ng isang bata because every child with a disability or a child with special needs has different individualized program. So, for the teachers out there na may mga na-handle na may autism, na may developmental delays, na may intellectual disability, the first thing that you have to do po is to know the present level of performance of the children para po you can give the exact kind of literacy or the exact level of literacy that is for them. Because if you give them too hard, if you give them too easy, pareho po yung hindi magbe-benefit. So, just one thing, since this is consciousness week, no, these children, they are also children, but of course they just learn in a different way or they just learn in a special way. So please remember that. So today we're gonna talk about literacy. So basically po, what we're gonna cover today, literacy is reading, of course, if there's reading, language arts is there, and then writing. Okay, so why is literacy important to CSNs or again, as I told you a while ago, children with special needs? Because this promotes the principle of normalcy. Although they don't really have to memorize everything, they don't really need to be geniuses to be, to promote the principle of normalcy. But our goal in special education, or just in case po that you don't really understand yet, if you are a regular teacher and you don't understand yet what is really the meaning of what, or what is really the goal of teachers or special education teachers in our respective field, and that is to promote the principle of normalcy, and that is to make those children as normal as possible in whatever way it is. So halimbawa po, bibigyan ko kayo ng idea, halimbawa po, ah, hindi talaga niya kayang magsalita. May mga batang may autismo na hindi talaga kayang magsalita. Kumbaga non-verbal sila. So how can we bring and promote normalcy to them? We can give them cue cards. We can give them communication cards wherein they can still communicate even though they don't talk. So yun po yung tinatawag natin. We have to bring them to the principle of normalcy. And paano po mangyayari yun? Kung nakakagamit sila ng mga ganong klase ng bagay, naiintindihan nila yun, saan po nila yun paano po nila ma-acquire yung ganong knowledge? Again, kailangan turuan natin silang mag-identify ng pictures, mag-identify ng words. Kung hindi man po nila kayang mag-decode, i-sight read na po agad. Pwede pong ganon. Yun po yung ginagawa natin sa special education. Okay, next is transform them to be socially engaged individuals in the community. So, later on po, I will discuss with you the top skills in literacy. And part of it is maging aware sila of the environment. So, it's very important po sa aming mga SPED teachers that these individuals should be transformed to be socially engaged, that they know their community. Kasi by the end of the day po, ano po ba ang gusto natin? Maging independent sila. So, if they are socially engaged, they know their community, they know how to read the signs, they are aware of the prints, for example, in the groceries, in the barber shops, and wherever in the drugstores, for example, they will be able to take care of themselves. And just to give you, something that you can remember and try remembering all the time, our basic goal for them is for them to be independent. That's really the goal. So we just have to find the way how to make it. So don't be scared, don't be stressed if a child with special needs is given to you inside your classroom. Hindi po. Dapat po pag binigay sila sa inyo, meron din po yun kaakibat na mga documents or papers, which kailangan po alam ninyo kung saan kayo magsisimula with them. But if you are going to ask yourself, what do I have to do with this child? I have to promote normalcy to this child. I have to make this child socially engaged as possible. Okay, so now let's talk about literacy skills. And these are the skills that we are going to discuss a little later on. So the top five literacy skills, which I believe that really helps children with special needs. First is phonemic awareness. For example, there are kids with autism or with intellectual disability or different kinds of diagnosis in special education. For example, some of them can still do phonemic awareness. That you can still teach them how to decode, but there are also kids which they cannot. And that's not the priority at all, because you have to teach them some important things rather than, because sometimes if you really just you know put your time on it, like doing phonemes, sometimes you lose a lot of time po. So, minsan, pag hindi naman kaya talaga, nakita mo, hindi niya naman talaga kayang mag-decode, hindi niya talaga kaya bumasa ng paisa-isa, wag na po, okay lang po yun. But, that is one literacy skills that they have to learn. So, we have to try. Kaya nga po sa atin, no, in special education, meron tayong tinatawag na IEP. We can try it, but it's always time-bound. So, kung hindi siya kaya, kung hindi siya magawa, okay lang, we will move to another skill or another milestones that they can master. Okay, next is awareness of the print. Awareness of the print, this refers to the books. So it's very important that when we want to teach literacy to the kids, there should be prints like libro, posters. That's why when we teach them, we always have our visual aids, because awareness of the print also help their literacy skills na nadadagdagan. For example po, just to give you an idea, sometimes the children doesn't really doesn't really know how to read the names in the boxes of the milk. Halimbawa, I remember, I don't know, no, like kami, when I was young, yung box ng Alaska ay may mukha ng bata na golden hair siya. So, even though you don't really know how to read Alaska, but when your mom always say, "Oh, you get the Alaska milk," something like that, and then you will see it. Oh, that is how you read it. It's Alaska. But if you will actually uh, decode it, they cannot. Hindi nila yun magagawa. Pero because they just sight read it or they associate it with the picture. So, awareness of the print makes the association. So, mahalaga po na when we deal with children with special needs, maganda po na nagbibigay rin tayo sa kanila ng mga prints. Next is vocabulary. This is basic. Even when we are dealing with children in the Gen Ed, unlocking of vocabulary is very important. It's always important that they know how to use those words, how to use it in a sentence, what is the definition of that, how does it look like, something like that po. And then spelling. And then the last one is reading comprehension. So for this afternoon po, these are the things that we imagine may concern na po kayo na, children with special needs na nga, tuturuan ko pa ng phonemic awareness, may awareness of print pa daw, may vocabs pa, may spelling pa, may reading comprehension pa. Delayed na nga 'tong batang 'to. So, in special education po, we still need to try to teach this to them. Pero po, hindi ganun kadami. And the things that we need to teach them ay dapat po may kaugnayan o magagamit po nila sa kanilang mga buhay. That's why this afternoon, how are we going to teach all this to the CSNs? No? Magtatanong ka, Sir Marco, paano natin gagawin yun? Ang dami-dami mo namang pinapagawa. Pag may phonemic awareness, may awareness of print, vocabulary, spelling, reading, and comprehension. How are we going to do this? So, one way of teaching this to the CSNs is using a holistic approach. You should use a holistic approach. It should be coherent. Sabihin may kaugnayan, no? Na kumbaga, naaano niya sa buhay niya, ito may pakinabang to sa buhay ko eh. So, kahit naman po tayo, for example, you're not going to be here if you see the topic incoherent for you. Na wala naman yan natutulong sa akin, so ba't ako makikinig sa lecture niya? Ganun din po ang ating mga CSNs. Kung di ko naman yan nakikita sa paligid ko eh, why would I even listen to that? Or why would I be interested? I don't even know what kind of thing is that. Something like that po. Doon din sila nanggagaling. And then, we use thematic units for you to be able to correlate those 5 top skills in literacy na hindi kayo mahihirapan. Paano ko ba ituturo yung vocabs? Paano ko ba ituturo yung reading comprehension? Paano ko ba ituturo yung ganito? We can use thematic units. I don't know if you have heard about thematic units or some of you. I know that in our DepEd schools, this is what we use in our kindergarten. We have to use thematic instruction. It has to be integrated. Okay, so thematic instruction and learning is a pedagogy in teaching. So this is not from me. It's really a strategy in teaching. It's a method in teaching. And it's an instructional method which emphasizes a specific theme for one or more topics. It's just that you will choose a theme. Okay, and then this is learning based on exploration of broad ideas in one theme. And it really promotes learning in coherent and holistic ways. So if you really want it to be easier for you and the children, you can just try using thematic instruction or integrated learning. All right. So according to Gardner and Wisick in 2002, so just imagine this is just year in the year 2000 already. Thematic learning instruction is a set of learning activities and experiences that effectively support teaching multiple content areas and skills organized around a central topic. So you can teach a lot of things, but you just have to use one topic. And why am I promoting this to you? Because when you use one certain topic for the children who are actually having a hard time comprehending, having a hard time verbalizing, having a hard time socializing with other kids. So this might be helpful to you. And why am I sharing this? Because as a SPED teachers for 20 years now, this is the thing that we use, and it really makes it easy for us. And this is not only for preschool, although the topic for today is for the developmental age of 3 to 7, but thematic instruction, if you are getting the gist of it, this can be used to all the subjects. This can be used to different levels, even in college, even during your dissertation. You can even use this. Okay, so this is the thematic learning model. So you just choose one theme. So if you are looking at the screen, you will choose a theme. So that will be in the middle, and then you can teach all the subjects. You know, in our school, if I may share with you, we use thematic units. So one thematic unit or one thematic learning model is good for 1 month. So we just have one, and we are story based. We use stories, we use songs. So for 1 month, we just have one story, and that will be our story for the whole month. And we will use thematic instruction, which means that that will be our theme, that will be our story, and then we will teach literacy there, we will teach math, we will teach science, which we will teach social studies and arts, but all related and will all revolve to the theme or the topic that you are going to present to the children. So this is what we use. So this is a concept map. Anyways, if you want a copy of this, I'll be sending a template to Miss Jillian. So you can have this, and later I will show you something that is already filled in, something like this, which is filled in for our lesson for today. All right. So for example, just to give you an idea of what's going to happen in the demo, I will have a story or a song. This time, I chose a very, very common nursery rhyme, which I think all of the participants know. Kung hindi nyo alam, aralin nyo na po. Okay, so, and then, dahil literacy po yung topic ko, I will just focus on literacy, like reading, language arts, and writing. How are we going to teach this na parang hindi po nararamdaman ng mga bata na nagtuturo na kayo ng reading, nagtuturo na pala kayo ng language arts, nagtuturo na kayo ng writing. Tayo lang po yung magkakaintindihan. Alright? So, we are going to our lesson proper. May I call on my students? Hi, students. Who are the students? Teacher Helen, are you a student? Teacher Marian, Teacher Gleisel, Teacher Dian, are you all students? Ms. Jillian, do you have students already?
Yes po, ma'am. Everyone that you called po are students.
Are students. So what am I going to do? Can I ask them to... okay, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, please call me Teacher Margo. Good afternoon, children. So I'm going to start my demonstration teaching already. And hello, my dear students. Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, Teacher Margo.
Good afternoon. All right. So for today, we're gonna sing a song. We will learn a song. We will hear a story. Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher. Okay, Teacher Margo. All right. So para din po sa iba, para hindi natin makalimutan yung mga parts that I'm going to demo. Pero po after na isa na nagawa ko, I'll just explain that part to you. Okay. Let's start our lesson for today. So, kunwari po, natapos na natin yung ating daily routine. But don't forget your daily routine. Like, if you are praying, checking of your attendance. At the same time po, yung what day is it today? At saka yung how's the weather. Pwede nyo po siyang gamitin all the time. Kasi for children with special needs, it's promoting communication. Pero, I strongly suggest teachers that when you do it, please do it in proper sentences. Kasi naririnig ko po, normally in my observations, pag tinanong, what day is it today? Sasabihin ng mga bata, Thursday. But it should be, today is Thursday. So let's try it. Children, what day is it today?
Today is Thursday.
Very good. Okay. Thank you. All right. And then, yung isa po na pwede ninyong itanong pa is, how's the weather? So, dapat po ang isasagot natin ng mga students natin doon, it's rainy. Like here in our place, it's rainy. So, how's the weather?
It's rainy.
Isa lang yung student ko. Thank you. All right. Okay, children, do you want to sing a song? All right. Sige, nag-yes na kayo, diba? Halimbawa po. So, but before that, I will teach you some action words. So, when you hear the word Old MacDonald, so we are going to learn Old MacDonald today. So, when you hear the word Old MacDonald, you have to pretend that you have a pull over, like parang may jumper kayo, kaganyan, Old MacDonald. Tapos pag narinig niyo, children, yung word na cow, and you have to say moo, moo, you have to do this moo, moo. And then when you hear the word pig, you have to press your nose like this, oink, oink. And then when you hear the word horse, which says neigh, neigh, you have to do the neigh, neigh. That. And then you hear the word hen and says cluck, cluck, you say cluck, cluck. And then when you hear the word duck, which says quack, quack, you have to do quack, quack here, quack, quack there, here, quack, there, quack, every there, quack, quack. Okay, so let's try. Let's just try one stanza. For example, so kunwari po dito na tayo sa Old MacDonald had a duck. Okay, so let's play the music with the actions. Okay, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he had a duck, E-I-E-I-O. And a quack, quack here, and a quack, quack there. Here, quack, there, quack, every there, quack, quack. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Alright, so very good, children. So kunwari po, natapos na natin siya. And I'm very sorry for, for my voice. Okay, so why do we do this? We have to do this so that the children will feel relaxed, especially po with children with special needs. They normally feel very anxious. So you can repeat it, the song. So this will be in our lesson plan, this will be your motivation. So this is very catchy. We could use this instrumental. I got this on YouTube as well. Okay, so very good, children, for singing, and we will always sing that, and those don't forget to remember our actions or our gestures. All right. Okay, now let's learn our vocabularies. So those animals that you have heard in the song lives in a farm. So you can see there is a farm. So where do these animals live?
Animals live in farm.
Yes, very good. These animals live in a farm. So what is a farm? A farm is the place where we grow animals. There are also plants. There are also vegetables. There are a lot of things that are there for. And the one who is taking care of that is a farmer. Okay, so where do these animals live again?
In the
In the
farm.
farm.
In the farm. Very good, children. So that's our first word, farm. Because in our song, Old MacDonald lives in a farm. He had a farm, and there are different animals. So let us learn the different animals that are there in the farm. By the way, children, do you see a cow in your house?
No.
Yes, because if your house is not within a farm, you will have no cows. Okay, so next, what do you see in the picture? What is this?
A cow.
A cow. And what is the sound of a cow? Moo, moo. Can you follow, teacher?
Moo.
Moo,
Moo, moo.
moo, moo. Very good. Okay, have you seen a cow, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you have a cow? Okay, so next word is pig. And the pig's sound is oink, oink.
Oink.
Say pig, pig,
Pig.
oink, oink. Okay, so teachers, I'm showing you this. I'm showing you this. If you will notice, we will have pictures of cartoonized pig and the real pig. Why is this so? We have to do this both for children with special needs because if we will just show them the cartoonized version, baka po pag nakakita sila ng totoong pig, hindi nila alam na yun yung itsura. So instead, we encourage that you show them also the real pictures. Unlike po kasi with children in the Gen Ed, kayang-kaya po nilang ma-decipher yun in the near future na, pig yan. Okay? So that's why I have two pictures here. So, okay, children, what is this? What do you see in the picture? So this is supposed to be flashcards po for you. No? So what do you see in the picture? We call this a
Pig.
Pig.
what is the sound of a pig?
Oink,
Oink,
oink.
oink.
Very good, children. Okay, what is this one? The next one. It's a horse. Can you say it is a horse?
A horse.
You say it is a horse.
It
It
is
It
a
is a
horse.
horse.
Okay, and what is the sound of a horse?
Nay,
Neigh,
nay.
neigh.
Neigh, neigh. Very good. Okay, we have two more animals. There are a lot of animals in the farm, but we will only study 5 animals for today. Okay, and then what is the next one? It is called a hen. It is a hen.
It is a hen.
Very good. And the sound of a hen is cluck, cluck. Can you say that?
Clock, clock.
Right. Okay, the next word is it is a duck.
It is a duck.
Very good. And the sound of a duck is quack, quack.
Quack,
Quack,
quack.
quack.
Very good. Right. So, and then after this one, you can review it for your children. You can review it, ask again because your assessment, or for example, your student activity can be a matching type of the animal and its sound. Okay, so that's part of reading. So that we already have tackled one in reading. So now let us try to read Old MacDonald. Okay, children, can you read the first stanza all together?
Old MacDonald
Donald had
had
a
a
farm.
Farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
I-O. And
and
on his
on
And
his
on his
farm
farm,
he
he
had
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 a
a
cow.
E-I-E-I
I-E-I-O
with a
with a
moo
moo here
here
and
and a
And a moo
moo
there.
there. Here moo,
here
Here a
a moo,
moo,
there
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 a
a
a
moo,
moo,
moo.
everywhere
everywhere
a
a
moo
moo
moo.
moo. Old
Old
Mac.
MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Now, this is in case that your children can actually read. But if not, hindi sila pa nakakabasa, kayo na lang po yung magbabasa nito. So, why? Then we have to read all of this. I just cannot read everything because we might lose time. So, we have, now, in thematic instruction, you can read this as a whole or you can chunk it. Pwedeng dalawang stanza ngayon, dalawang stanza bukas. Pero kung okay naman po yung class ninyo, you can read it as a whole. Why did we read this? Because the next part, kanina po, nag-unlock tayo ng vocabs, which is part of this reading. So they will know when we read this, the students already know how does a cow looks like, a pig, a horse. That is why we unlock the vocabulary. Okay, now, so right, let's go back to class. Okay, thank you for reading. Very good, children. We have read the song Old MacDonald. What are the animals in Old MacDonald's farm? So this is about comprehension, which is recalling details. So what are the animals in Old MacDonald's farm? Can you give me one?
Pig.
Pig. Okay, what else?
Chicken.
Chicken or, wow, meron pang nag-chicken talaga. Chicken or hen. Yes, what else?
There is a duck.
A duck. Yes. What else?
There is a horse.
Yes, there's a horse. So what we have studied a while ago, we have 5 animals in Old MacDonald's farm, and that is a cow, a pig, a horse, hen, and duck. Can you repeat after me? Cow,
Cow.
pig,
Pig.
Pig.
horse,
Horse.
hen,
Hen.
Hen.
duck.
Duck.
Okay, so teachers, huwag kayong magsasawa. Sa atin parang nakakatawa tayo, pero sa mga batang may autismo po o sa mga children with special needs, maganda pong paulit-ulit. Dahil pag isang beses nyo lang po yung sinabi, hindi po talaga nila yan maaalala. So, we have tackled already comprehension. So, kanina nag-unlock tayo ng vocabs, tapos comprehension. Okay, so we can have 1 or 2 comprehension questions. Mga ganun lang po yung pwede nating itanong sa mga bata. Okay, again, children, what are the animals in Old MacDonald's farm? Can you enumerate all of them? Cow,
Cow. Pig.
Pig.
Horse.
Horse.
Hen. Duck.
And duck.
very good. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, where do they, if you listen to your classmate reading Old MacDonald, where do they live?
In the farm.
Okay, pwedeng in the farm, pero po, kung tayo ay nagtuturo, mas maganda pong isang buo. They live in the farm. Okay, again?
They live
They
in the
live
farm.
in the farm.
Very good. So teachers, please don't forget that to promote language for children with special needs, we have to do it in a complete sentence all the time. Kasi po, ang problema natin sa mga batang may delay, talaga pong kulang. Kailangan nating i-hone, kailangan nating i-ano yung kanilang mga pananalita. So we have to make them talk all the time. Yan. Okay, live in the farm. Very good, children. Okay, now, so dito po, wala, in thematic instruction, wala tayong 8 to 8:30 reading, 8:30 to 9 language arts. Wala po, dire-diretso lang po. Kasi ang objectives natin dito ay iisa, and that is to learn farm animals. So, pero nilalagyan ko lang po ng ganito. By the way, if you want a copy of the lesson plan, I can also give it to you para po makita niyo yung flow kung paano natin siya ituturo. So now, let's go. For example po, parang mabilis lang, pero syempre sa real class medyo mabagal ito. Now, from the reading, let's go to language arts, which again, in thematic instruction, related again dun sa ating song na kinanta o sa story na ating binasa. Okay, so for language arts, okay, children, I'm going to ask you something. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, teacher
Okay.
Marco.
Yes, teacher.
Moo, what is it?
Cow.
Cow.
Okay, let's check if it's a cow. The animal who makes a sound of moo, what is it? It's a cow. Very good. Okay, how about oink oink? What is it?
Pig.
It's a pig.
It's a pig. Very good, because we are talking about language arts. So, dapat po yung ating mga sentence ay kompleto. Okay? Kasi yun yung gagawin nila, di ba, sa language and communication. And we have to address the expressive language of these children. All right, next one. Nay. What is it?
It's a horse.
Is this a horse?
Very good, children. You're getting it. It's a horse. How about cluck cluck? What is it?
It's a chicken.
It's a hen.
It's a hen.
Yeah, pero pwede rin po. It's a hen. Right? Kasi yung hen po yung nagamit. Pero kung gusto nyo po, pwede nyo namang lagyan ng ibang animals yun. Yeah. So it's a hen. And then, quack, quack. What is it?
It's a duck.
It's a duck. Correct. Now, teachers, ito po yung simplest form na kayo yung nagtatanong. Eventually po, they can already make sentences out of this pag medyo pinapa-complicate nyo na po kasi from simple to complex. So, it's like po, kasi po, pwede nyo itong patakbuhin ng 2 weeks to 1 month na lesson. So, gagawan nyo na po siya ng mga ibang activities na ganito po, na kailangang magsalita ng mga bata or magsulat po. Pwede nyo na pong gamitin yung this and that. Pwede na pong ganon. So, we just started with this. Okay, now let's go to spelling. Let us spell the words kasi kanina po nabasa na natin, sinalita na natin. Ngayon po, i-spell naman natin kasi part siya ng literacy. So, spelling and writing goes together. Okay. Let's spell the names of the animals. Can you follow, teacher? Cow. C-O-W. Cow. Can you do it?
C-O-W.
C-O-W. Cow.
You have to say it first. Cow. C-O-W. Cow.
Cow. C-O-W.
Okay. Now, pwede pong ganyan, ano? Tapos sasabayan niyo sa C-O-W, cow. Tapos lalabas po yung cow. Pwedeng ganyan. Tapos another po that we can do. Okay, let's try to spell it. If I want to know if you know how to write this letter. So let us try to spell it on the air. Okay, can you follow, teachers? Cow. C-O-W. Can you do it? So, ganun po yung pwede natin gawin. C-O-W. Cow. Okay. Okay, let us try to spell again this one. Pig. P-I-G. Pig. Can you do it?
Pig. P-I-G. Pig.
Very good. Okay, now let's spell it in the air. P-I-G. Pig. So on and so forth po. Pwede nyo pong ipagawa yan. Ngayon po, para po napapractice, bakit po natin in-encourage yung mag-spell in the air? Or kasi po, may mga bata na hindi pa okay yung kanilang tripod grip. Hindi pa sila makasulat ng diretso. Pero alam nila what is letter C, how to write O, how to write W. Ngayon po, kung face-to-face tayo, pwede tayong magkaroon ng mga sandboxes. Doon natin sila pag-spellin. Pwede pong ganon. Pero po, ngayon, dahil nga online tayo, pwede pong spelling on the air na lang po muna. Para po, malaman lang natin na alam nila. Ngayon po, there are different children na pwedeng alam na nila, pwedeng hindi. Doon din po natin mag-gauge parang formative assessment if they know it or kaya nila. Pero po, for example, medyo at par naman yung bata at ang problema lang niya ay language, pero cognitively kaya niya, we can do this. So, this can be part of your activity po. Yan. So, you can spell the names of the animals and then, as another activity, you can have now your printed modules of spelling or rewriting all of this. Tapos, pwede niyo po sa kanilang isend. Okay, so, let's do the activity. Match the pictures and the sound of the farm animals. So let's pretend that you will have your modules with you. So I want you to answer the student activity sheet that is with you. So directions, match the pictures and the sound of the farm animals. So you have to do this po. Ganyan. And then, for example, nagawa niyo na po yan. This is your homework sheet or assignment sheet. So dahil nga po we are promoting literacy, we can give this. This is not for one day. This is for practice at home. So practice reading the chant activity. So I made a chant here like moo, moo, who says moo? Moo, moo, I'm a cow. Moo, moo. So you have to teach it to the children. For example, let's try. Can you repeat after teacher? Moo, moo, who says moo?
Moo, moo,
Who
who says moo?
moo?
Moo, moo, I'm a cow.
Moo, moo, I'm
I'm
a
a cow.
Moo, moo.
moo,
Moo,
moo.
moo.
So this is a chant activity. What can chant activity do for us and for the children. This is for recall, this is for mastery. At the same time, if they see this more often, they will remember the spelling, they will remember how to answer who question or WH questions, ganyan po. So you can have this an activity. So if you are going to look at the demo teaching that we did, although parang mabilis po siya, pero syempre with real kids, medyo mas mabagal yun. Kung titingnan niyo po yung concept map kanina na I have presented to you, so I have highlighted, in reading, we have unlocked the vocabs of cow, pig, horse, and duck, and their sounds. And then comprehension is identifying the names and sounds and answering questions, yung recalling details po. So that is a comprehension skills. And then on language arts, using the vocabs in a sentence, like it is a cow, it is a pig, and answering also WH questions. And in writing, practice writing the names of the farm animals. You can start with writing or tracing, something like that po. Ngayon po, kung gusto niyo pong buuhin to, like with us, kung bubuuhin mo to, lalagyan mo rin siya ng mathematics. So for mathematics po, what you can do is, let's say, you will count. You will start with counting first. For example, you will start with counting 1, 1, 2, and 3. So you can count. Ang ika-count po dito ay mga animals din. Ganyan. You will count the animals, or you will add. Depende po, nasa level na kayo. You can subtract. But again, dapat related pa rin dun sa story. So dapat hindi po lalayo doon sa ating story or sa ating song. Sa character education, pwede nyo rin siyang lagyan. Let's say, valuing of animals, respect for animals, ganyan. Tapos pwede rin pong sa mga susunod niyan, pwede nyo nang lagyan ng science, lagyan ng, let's say, sa music, arts, and PE, napakadali, di ba? They can sing, they can make action songs, they can color the different animals. You can just have worksheets for them. Pero ang gist po ng ating demo is how to teach these concepts to the children in one theme. So just to give you a clear picture pa po is, you can, like in our school, we only have 12 thematic units in 1 year. So every month po, iba-iba lang, o 12 or 10 thematics po in our school. Extended po ang aming 1 year po kami kasi mga foreigners po yung aming mga students. So with us po, we have 12 months of themes. So you as a teacher, if you are teaching children with special needs, you can make your thematic units. You can plan what would be your theme for June up to March or August to June. And then po, ang kailangan lang po, when you make a thematic unit, there should be a functional objective. What do we mean by that? There's always, dapat po, yung magiging effect noon ay functional doon sa mga batang may special needs. So, thank you, children, for this class. Thank you for participating. And basically, yun po yung demonstration. So it looks simple, but what I wanted to present to all of you po this afternoon is for us to make it easier, not for us. This is a little hard for the teacher, but for the children whom we are teaching, yung mga children with special needs po, mas maganda po na i-present sa kanila ang lesson na interrelated. That's why po, thematic instruction is also called integrated learning. Ibig sabihin, para po, hindi nila napapansin na, nag-aaral na pala ako ng math. Nagra-write na pala ako. This is to prevent yung mga batang, ayokong magsulat eh. Mahirap magsulat eh. Pero, di ba, we start with coloring, hindi nila napapansin, nagsusulat na pala, humahawak na pala ako ng pen. Hindi po nila napapansin na ganun pala yung pinapagawa ninyo sa kanya. So, I guess that's the end of my demo teaching. And I hope that all of you po can try using this. So I just used a simple nursery rhyme, but if you want to try this, you can try stories po, mga different stories. Like even po sa ating mga book from Vybal, we have stories sa preschool stories po sa ating mga book. You can try using that. Tapos po, gawa lang po kayo ng inyong concept. map. So for the students who were answering all the time, thank you very much. You were such good students po. So Miss Jillian, is it our Q&A?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Now we will proceed to the question and answer portion. If our teachers here in the Zoom call have questions, you can ask Teacher Margot directly or you can also chat in our chat box. So we'll give our teachers a few minutes. You can turn on your microphones if you have questions for Teacher Margot po.
My dear students, mayroon ba kayong question for me?
Sige po. While our teachers are still thinking of questions po, we have one question from our watchers, our viewers,
Okay.
from Sir Richard Fernandez. How about for mathematics? What are the practices you can share po to make the lesson relatable and easy to recall for our students?
Okay po. Yun nga po no, nasabi ko kanina, just in case po na you want kasi po in thematic instruction talaga sir, if we are going to go back dun po sa aking previous na pinakita sa inyo, let me just share you. Ito po. If you will look at this concept mapping po, you will see that there is mathematics here. So for you to be able to madali po siya lang maka-recall o makarelate, gamitan niyo rin po sila ng songs. For example po, do sa lesson na binigay ko, kung we are dealing po with children with special needs, kasi syempre po iba with the general education setting, kasi 'di ba po you have your different learning competencies. Although pwede pa rin naman po siyang i-interrelate. Ang gagawin niyo lang po doon is you have to find a theme or a story na pwede niyo pong magamit for your math lesson. Halimbawa po, kung ako dito po, ang ilalagay ko po dito, halimbawa po, kung ang lesson ko po dito as counting, ang ika-count po natin ay yung mga animals, different animals. Kung nasa multiplication na po kayo, yun din po yung imo-multiply ninyo para po mabilis nilang ma-recall. Actually po, ang gusto lang naman pong gawin talaga ng thematic instruction is maging relatable sa kanila, yung mas nai-imagine nila yung binibilang nila, nai-imagine nila yung iko-compute nila. So, siguro po ang masasuggest ko for mathematics para maging relatable, siguro po alamin din natin kung ano yung mga interest ng ating mga estudyante. For example po, sa amin kasi for mga bata po na may special needs, no, minsan po may mga bata kami, marami po kaming mga bata na talagang fixated sa trains, sa mga tren, mga ganyan. So kadalasan po, para makuha namin talaga yung kanilang attention, we start our lessons with trains. We try to find a book that is all about trains, and then everything that we introduce to them will be connected to trains. Ganun din po yung pwede ninyong gawin. Depende nga lang po yun kung anong level po yung inyong tinuturuan. But to be relatable, maghanap po kayo ng theme na pwede ninyong gamitin para po mas ma-imagine niyo yung thematic. Siguro yung halimbawa po, ngayon po 'di ba, usong-uso na po yung mga parties na may theme, cowboy, luwaw, Disney, gano'n po. Mag-iisip po kayo ng gano'n ta's do'n niyo po paiikutin yung inyong mga lessons. So, yun po, sa math po, gagamitin lang po natin yung concept do'n sa story or sa video na ipe-present niyo sa kanila, yun po yung inyong pagsisimula ng pag-i-introduce ng inyong mathematical concepts. Yun po, Miss Jillian.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Our next question is from our viewer again. Is from Hold on, ma'am.
Sige po.
Wally T. Manalastas.
Okay
Paano
po.
po kung nagtatakip ng tenga ang bata pag nakakarinig na po siya ng mga lessons? Kailangan pang pilitin para mag-participate. Na-observe ko po ito sa mga classmates din po ng students at ng aking anak po.
Nagtatakip po ng tenga. Unang-una po na baka po ang unang problema ay sensitivity, no? Baka po masyadong malakas yung kasi po yung kung ang pinag-usapan po natin ay mga batang may autismo o mga bata na may concern sa sensitivity po, kailangan po 'wag masyadong malakas o kaya kasi po kadalasan yung pagkabigla, yung marami silang masyadong naririnig na mga ano, na mga bagay-bagay. Halimbawa nagle-lesson po sila, naka-online sila, nag-o-online na sila, may naririnig silang nagsasalita, may nagpupukpok, medyo hindi po sila makakapag-concentrate. Kaya po magtatakip sila kasi hindi po nila ma-process lahat po ng naririnig nila. Siguro sir, unang puwedeng gawin is to find a place na medyo tahimik. Ngayon po kung sakali naman po na tahimik naman, kung sakaling tahimik naman po, siguro po yung i-desensitize po muna. Meron po tayong tinatawag na, pagde-desensitize o desensitization po 'no, sa special education. Ang ginagawa po natin is, we could try the sounds muna ng mga mahihina, unti-unti po ini-increase natin yung volume. Kaya po yung iba gumagamit ng earphone, pero dahil sensitive po sila, 'wag po masyado agad malakas. Kaya po makikita niyo may mga bata talaga na may developmental disabilities na madalas po naka-earphone kasi mas nakokontrol nga po nila. Pero hindi po kasi yun agad-agad na ilalagay natin para tapos magugulat sila. So we really have to desensitize it and we have to start it na medyo mahina, medyo konting palakas-palakas po. Yun po yung nakikita kong isang, posible na nagti-trigger kung bakit po nagko-cover ng ears yung mga bata. Kasi po yung mga aking mga estudyante gano'n din po sila kapag maraming sounds, may umiiyak, may sumisigaw, automatically po they try to cover their ears because their ears are very sensitive, hindi po nila ma-process yung lahat ng naririnig nila. So, gano'n po yung masa-suggest ko kung sakali pong nagko-cover ng tenga. Ngayon naman po kung na-desensitize na natin, hindi talaga kaya, puwede po siguro, subukan natin, alisan natin ng sound yung lesson 'no, 'wag nating i-aim muna i-ano yung i-mute muna natin yung tunog, tingnan din po natin kung gano'n pa rin siya. Tapos gumamit na lang po tayo ng worksheets muna, tulungan po natin yung ating anak. Puwede po kasing gano'n, para lang po mahuli natin, ma-rule out natin ano po yung mga nagiging dahilan kung bakit po nagtatakip ng tenga yung bata. Yun po, Miss Jillian.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Another question from our viewer, Gloria Joven. Ma'am, what do you prefer po or what would you recommend na one-on-one po ba ang ating mga children with special needs sa online learning or i-include po sila sa students na marami?
Ma'am, sa ngayon 'no, depende po kasi sa bata. Kasi po ang bawat bata ay may iba't ibang characteristics. Kung nung nakaraang school year ma'am, yung batang yon ay naisama sa inclusive education, inclusive setting at nakayanan niya po, kaya niya namang umupo, kaya niyang magsulat ng mag-isa, puwede po natin siyang isama sa inclusion. Pero kung ang bata po ay hindi pa na-i-try sa inclusive setting nung nakaraang school year, baka puwede pong one-on-one or kung hindi man po kaya ng one-on-one kasi masyadong tedious, masyado pong, kumakain ng oras ang one-on-one, siguro ma'am puwede tayong mas smaller yung group para talagang natututukan. At the same time po, kung gano'n man po, kung sakali ma'am hindi kaya na i-one-on-one, naiintindihan ko po na we don't have the capacity to do one-on-one all the time. So what we can do po is when they are, for example, sinama po sila sa online class na naka-inclusive sila, dapat po meron pong magsha-shadow sa kanila. Not necessarily a shadow sped teacher, puwede pong kailangan po may magulang or may adult na magsu-supervise para po mag-prosper siya dun sa inclusive. Kasi gano'n naman po ang inclusive education, kung hindi kinakaya ng isang bata yun, kahit po sa physical po, 'pag hindi po kinakaya ng isang bata yun, dapat po may support, dapat po may shadow teacher doon nakatabi na mag-aalalay po dun sa bata. So I guess ma'am, it's a case to case basis po. Depende po dun sa manifestation and characteristics po ng isang bata. So kung na-try po last year na ma-include, we can try it. We can try including them in the online inclusive class. Pero po kung hindi, baka po hindi dapat. Hindi po baka, hindi po siguro dapat talaga. Kasi po, mahihirapan po silang mag-adjust doon. Kahit na po isa lang naman sila na unless po kung isama natin sila, yun nga po kailangan po meron po silang magso-support o mag-aalalay po dun sa ating bata. Ayun po, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. That's all the questions we have for our YouTube viewers. How about for our teachers here in the Zoom call? Do you have any last questions for our speaker, for Teacher Margot?
Children, magtanong na kayo kay teacher.
Yan. If you do not have
Wala
any
na.
other questions, that's all the questions we have for now. Any last reminders to our viewers for today po, ma'am?
Ayun. So, again po, it's National Autism Consciousness Week. So, nananawagan po ako sa pagrespeto, pagrespeto sa ating mga individual na may kapansanan, mga children with special needs, learners with special needs, no. They need all our understanding and kailangan po nila yung support natin kasi yun nga po, as I've said in my opening salvo, that we really need to include them. They have to be connected to the community. So sana po mas palawakin pa natin yung ating consciousness na nandyan po sila at kaparte po sila ng ating community. Yun po. And thank you po ulit sa inyong lahat and God bless po. Alam ko na we are all still adjusting to the different modalities that we are using now. So, alam ko po na mapapag-alabanan naman natin to. And I hope that you will explore using thematic instruction. Lalo na po sa mga, alam ko po hindi naman lahat ng nanonood ngayon ay mga SPED teachers. Para po sa mga preschool teachers natin dyan, grade 1 teachers, grade 2, grade 3, pwede nyo po itong gamitin kung sakasakali po. Not necessarily po na full blast na thematic. Pwede lang po kayong pumili ng mga pailang-ilang lesson o isang beses o dalawang beses sa isang linggo kung sakali pong nahihirapan kayong ipaintindi yung mga lessons ninyo sa mga bata. So, para po sa mga interesado, pwede niyo rin pong i-follow yung Academic QC. Ako po, si Teacher Margo, yan po yung aking Facebook page. At nagpapasalamat po ako sa aking team, sa Team Acadeb. And once again, maraming salamat po sa Vybal, sa aking mga ka-Vybal, sa pag-invite po ulit sa akin. And I hope to see you again very soon po. So, thank you. I hope that you have learned something today. I know that the lesson was very simple, but I hope that you can try exploring it po. You can try exploring po how to use thematic instruction and I assure you po mag-e-enjoy kayo sa paggamit po ng ating paggamit po ng ating thematic instruction. So baka po may mga tanong kayo susunod. Anyways, for sure po may magi-interest na makakuha ng lesson plan, nung concept mapping po. Sige po, I'll just send it na lang po kay Miss Jillian po. Thank you very much po everyone. Mabuhay po kayo at magandang hapon.
There we have it. In behalf of Vybal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very interactive and insightful demo teaching session. It is an honor to have you with us today, ma'am. And to all our Vybal viewers, especially to our teacher participants, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Don't forget to register to get your e-certificate of participation. We also encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Vybal Facebook and YouTube channel. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much po sa inyo. God bless po sa inyong lahat.